What's up guys, and well, hello and welcome to another, I guess I can call it a Pokemon Z speculation video sort of thing, update speculation, whatever you want to call it. Pokemon Z I guess, or almost slash Gen 7, but I feel like it's more Pokemon Z. We have a new Pokemon that's just been revealed today out of nowhere. We had a silhouette appear. It was a trailer for the CoroCoro magazine. A silhouette appeared earlier today, and it was about a new Pokemon being revealed in the issue of CoroCoro, which, I mean, we didn't know when it was going to leak. We thought it was going to be a bit of time still, but the silhouette was going to be of a brand new Pokemon called Magiana. Okay, and obviously that was it. We thought, okay, cool. But then a bit later on, we actually have a full image of Magiana from the CoroCoro issue. And if we look at the image here, you can see it's from CoroCoro, Magiana in the center of the screen. Wow, okay, so it's not your typical Pokemon. It is looking a bit more metallic almost, and it's actually the man-made Pokemon. That's the term for it. And as you can see in the bottom left as well, Ash and Pikachu are featured on this, on this CoroCoro slide, which makes sense because this Pokemon will be appearing in the next movie, the Volcanion movie, which has also been sort of given a full name. This is a Japanese name, bear in mind it could change when it gets to be in an English translation, but for Japan, the name will be Volcanion and the Exquisite Magiana. So, Volcanion and Magiana are somehow intertwined, interlinked in this movie, and I guess we'll find out when the movie actually comes out. But you can see here information about Magiana, which you can pull from the CoroCoro thing. It's 1 meter tall and it weighs 80.5 kilograms. So what else can we learn about Magiana? Well, apparently it was created by humans, hence man-made Pokemon, over 500 years ago. That's a long time. Assuming in the Pokemon world technology is a sort of a similar growth rate to as it is in our world, 500 years ago for us would have obviously been 1516. In 1516 there was no electricity. I don't know. I'm not a history student. I don't know when electricity first came along, but 1516 computers certainly were not a thing. Cameras were certainly not a thing. So how has Magiana been made when obviously people don't know too much about it? Well, it's possible it could be sort of less of a electronic Pokemon almost, more of a mechanical Pokemon, okay? Magiana, it could well be a combination of two Japanese words, one of them being gear and the other one being machina. So yeah, gear, machine makes a lot of sense obviously. So we can't see too many gears as we look at, well, apart from the gear around its head on Magiana's head. But apart from that, it's got some sort of, I guess, core as its main, or it's not its main body, it's sort of its middle body, and then a big flowing dresh. It looks very similar, if I can say, to Diancie, but whether there'll actually be any link to Diancie, we will have to wait and see. I don't think there will be, but it's possible. So, how are Volcanion and Magiana linked? Well, apparently, again according to the movie, is that Volcanion is chasing Magiana and only it knows Magiana's secret. What is Magiana's secret? Well, it might be that the fact that it was created by humans, possibly, or it might be the fact that it was related to Diancie again. It could be a secret, who knows. Volcanion is obviously the steam Pokemon, if I remember correctly. Has ties to volcanoes and steam and lava and all that stuff. So why does it know Magiana's secret? Maybe it was, I don't know really, maybe Volcanion was used to make Magiana, cooling and heating of metals. Possibly, this is all speculation here purely, but we need to look at the wider spectrum. What does Magiana mean? Does this mean Generation 7 is coming? Does this mean Generation 6 has a second half? Or is it simply just another Pokemon that's going to be added on top of the current Chaos Dex? Well, we don't know. Possibility 1 is Magiana is just this one extra Pokemon that's on its own and will just get added in Pokemon Z or Pokemon X2, X2, Y2, whatever, when it comes out. So you have all the Chaos Dex, and then you'll have, I don't even know who's last in the Dex currently, Hoopa, Diancie, Volcanion, and then Magiana will go right on the end just as an extra thing, to have Hoopa, Diancie and Volcanion being this weird trio, and then Magiana being sort of like the Celebi of the generation. Who knows? That's one possibility. Second possibility is that indeed Generation 6 will have a second half, if you will, so that when Pokemon Z comes out, it might take place in a different part of Kalos, it might only take place in half of Kalos, something like that. New species might have emerged, and obviously it's a possibility that Magiana will be one of these, obviously being a legendary, I guess, legendary/mythical Pokemon. I can't see it being a widespread Pokemon almost, but it might be one of those. So that's the second possibility there, is that it's the second half of Generation 6. Or the other possibility is that Generation 7 is coming, however it doesn't mean it's coming soon. Now, most of the first Pokemon we see for Generation are revealed at the same time as the game. For example, Chespin and such were revealed in the Pokemon X and Y trailer when it was first sort of thrown out to us, however long ago that was. However, back for Diamond and Pearl, Munchlax was revealed over 2 years before Diamond and Pearl were released. It's a long time. Bear in mind, the games Diamond and Pearl were also revealed not long after it, but it was still before Emerald had even come out. So it might be that possibly, this is a Generation 7 Pokemon. It's out there, but it's not like Generation 7 is going to be the next game we get. Pokemon Z might come along, and then eventually the next year after, we might then get Generation 7, being games that tie into Magiana. This is a terrible name. I'm assuming the name is going to be changed when it's translated to English. Possibly predictions for this name would be something like Machina. Well, Machina will have some sort of implementation in the name, as it's already in there, sort of Magiana. But I don't quite know how it will be involved. If you feel free to suggest any name suggestions you have for Magiana in the comments below for the English name, and also let me know what you think Magiana coming means. Is it like we're going to get a whole second half to the Dex? Does it mean possibly, one possibility actually, is that Pokemon Z will be a Generation 7 game, i.e. that you're going to get Z. However, Z will have parts of Generation 7 in it almost, if you get what I mean. So we'll have Kalos, you have all the Kalos stuff, then for the after game, you will go to another region, a completely new region, and find some new Pokemon, including Magiana there. That's another possibility as well. Just let me know what you think down below, guys, because there are a few possibilities, there's a few ways to go. My personal opinion is that I think it's just going to be an extra add-on to the Kalos Dex in Pokemon Z, as much as I would love for it to be, this second half of the Kalos Dex. I don't think it's going to be, but it's a possibility still. I don't know. That's just my prediction. Let me know yours down below in the comment section, because I'm interested to see what you guys think, as always. Any more information on Magiana that comes out soon, obviously I will let you guys know soon enough, as soon as we have something to speculate on. And come on, Game Freak, it's Pokemon's 20th anniversary this month. I think it's this month at least. Please, just reveal Pokemon Z, please. I beg of you, just do it, please. I'm sure you guys feel the same. So guys, that's going to be it for today. Let me know what you think about Magiana down below in the comment section, and I'll be seeing you next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye, my friends.